Pretty little pressure underneath her skin. Pulse like a secret, left the static in. Oh. Don't touch the wire, don't name the flame. She bends the room till the room says her name. Pressure. Chrome signal pressure, body like a blade. Move like static, pretty thing made dangerous. Chrome signal pressure, pulse under glass. Bad little frequency make the whole room ask. Breathe. Breathe. She is the signal, she is the pressure, she is the chrome coming together. Oh na na, ticka da. Cold mouth, honey, black light skin. She smiles like thunder, then disappears again. Every broken fragment finds the same design. Some of all the pieces turning into spine. Pressure, open signal, chrome. Move. Shka. Six signal, high pressure, chrome. Move. Not a body, not a sound, not a signal, till it's found. Not the pressure, not the spark, till every piece learns the dark. All parts, one pulse. All parts, one pulse. Chrome signal pressure, body like a blade. Move like static, pretty thing made dangerous. Chrome signal pressure, pulse under glass. Bad little frequency make the whole room ask. Breathe. Some of the signal, some of the skin, some of the pressure pulling you in. She's the chrome, she's the static, she's the pulse, pretty little panic. Tika, da. Chrome, tika, da. Signal, pressure.
Those are teeth in me. There was a wolf on a winter road, ribs like branches under old gray snow. He met a dog by the village light, fat from the fire and sleeping tight. The dog said, "Brother, you look worn thin. Come to the house where the warm bowls brim. Guard the gate and smile when called. You will never taste hunger at all." And the wolf looked down at the steaming bone, at the roof and the hand and the promised home. Then he saw where the fur had been rubbed clean, a raw little circle where the leather had been. Full belly, raw neck, call that living. One bowl short chain, call that free. Hunger's the price, but the chain is the lie. You can keep the bowl, I'll keep the trees. No chain, no chain, no chain on me. No chain, no chain, no chain on me. I may go hungry under cold moonlight, but nothing owns the teeth in me. Now every collar doesn't shine like steel. Some feel soft and some feel real. Some wear names like love and pride. Some sound just like a safer life. A room can feed you and shrink your soul. A crowd can clap while it takes control. You can bark for a place beside the flame and forget the sound of your given name. And I have wanted the easy door, the steady hand and the swept clean floor, but I saw my shadow by the cedar trees, and it still knew how to leave. Full belly, raw neck, call that living. One bowl short chain, call that free. Hunger's the price, but the chain is the lie. You can keep the bowl, I'll keep the trees. No chain, no chain, no chain on me. No chain, no chain, no chain on me. I may go hungry under cold moonlight, but nothing owns the teeth in me. Skin and bone, better than a borrowed throne. Warm little bowl, pretty little key. You can keep the house, I'll keep the trees. Now a man who works to feed his own, that ain't weakness, that is bone. That is the hunt, that is the vow, that is the wolf bringing something down. But don't kiss the chain around your throat and call it duty just to stay afloat. Don't name your fear a family creed. Don't sell your soul and call it need. The wolf knows the difference. Do you? Full belly, raw neck, call that living. One bowl short chain, call that free. Hunger's the price, but the chain is the lie. You can keep the bowl, I'll keep the trees. No chain, no chain, no chain on me. No chain, no chain, no chain on me. I may go hungry under cold moonlight, but nothing owns the teeth in me. Some marks only show in the moonlight. Some chains never make a sound. The wolf went hungry through the timber, but he never turned around. You can keep the bowl, I'll keep the trees. I learned the road by walking wrong. There's a field behind the house where the rain forgets its name. I went there with a borrowed coat and came back less the same. I kept questions in my pockets like stones from a riverbed. Some were smooth from old believing, some were sharp enough to bleed. No one told the cedar how to hold the winter sky. It just reached into the cold and made a reason why. I am a lantern without walls, a little flame that learns by falling. No room, no row, no roll call name, just the wind and what it's calling. I am the road that I reveal, the hand, the wound, the wheel. I don't need the world to open, I need the dark to tell me what is real. There were nights the books felt heavy as a shovel in the clay, and I dug through other people's words to find my own doorway. I drew maps across the table with the coffee ring for sun. Every line I thought was finished had another line begun. Lonely is a narrow bridge, but it teaches careful feet, and the mind becomes a cabin when the weather will not sleep. I can't say it simply, I let it sleep beside the fire till the tangled thing grows tired and gives up its wire. If I can't hold it gently, I have not held it long. Some lessons come as thunder, some arrive as song. Now the field behind the house has a path where none was planned, and the stones inside my pockets have become my working hands. I don't curse the missing teacher, I don't bless the empty chair, I just thank the stubborn ember that kept asking to be air. I am a lantern without walls, a little flame that learns by falling. No room, no road, no roll call name, just the wind and what it's calling. I am the road that I reveal, the hand, the wound, the wheel. I don't need the world to open, I need the dark to tell me what is real. I learned the road by walking wrong, then walked it into song.
Oh no, 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 oh no, no, oh, 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 no, 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 I walked in sideways, shadow on my coat, whole little rhythm with the blade in the throat. Everybody talking but they don't wanna know when the lights start blinking and the bass says go. Oh no, in the mirror but it sound like oh no. Green gold tongue twisting when the smoke moves slow. Cuenta lo que quieras, I already know. One false step and the whole room froze.
Wait, ¿qué pasó? I don't know.
No, 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 uno, but it hit like oh no.
Say it once,
Uno,
say it twice.
oh, oh no. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh no,
Oh no, you know, Uno in the echo. One more move and the whole thing let go. No, Uno, gringo in the window. Baseline talking when the mouth moves slow. Oh no, Uno, 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 Uno.
oh no, no.
Uno, Uno. I don't need a crown, I don't need a throne. Phone face down, still they know I'm home. Silencio in the room when the low end moans. Everybody got a plan till the needle gets thrown. Uno, dos, but I'm not counting fair. Cold breath hanging in the midnight air. Oh no, came back like a debt unpaid. One little word made the whole room shake.
You ever hear a word look back at you?
Back at you, back at you.
Thought I said, oh no.
Uno in the echo, one more spark and the whole thing let go. No, Uno, gringo in the window, scratch that truth to the baseline show. Oh no, Uno, 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 Uno.
this one means trouble. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You're not original. 1, 4, 3. You are not original.
1,
I heard it first as a whisper in the wire. Felt it crawl like a ghost inside the fire. Every thought got tagged and categorized. Every truth bent back into a lie. They don't scream, they rewrite you slow. Little edits no one knows. You still breathe but you don't decide. Something else is driving inside. Signal creeping in underneath your skin. You don't fight it, you let it begin.
signal, 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 signal.
I don't belong to me anymore.
Noise in my head.
Can't shut the door. Signal takes control.
Rewrite the code inside my soul. Signal takes control.
1, 4, 3, kill code run.
Thoughts erase.
Now I'm done.
Noise wins, noise wins, noise wins, noise wins.
Signal, no noise, control. 1, 4, 3.
Kill code running.
I see the pattern now, it's everywhere. In every screen, every breath of air. They feed you fear, then they feed you calm. Then override what you think you are. Your memory bends, your past replace your face, still yours, but it's not your face. You speak their words like they're your own. Connected flesh to a silent drone. It's already in, living in your skin. You don't stop it, you just let it win.
Signal, 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 signal.
Signal. I don't belong to me anymore.
Noise in my head.
Can't shut the door. Signal takes control.
Rewrite the code inside my soul. Signal takes control.
1, 4, 3, kill code run.
Thoughts erase.
Now I'm done.
Noise wins, noise wins, noise wins, noise wins.
Am I still here? Or already gone? Did I choose this? Or was I drawn?
Signal, signal, signal.
I feel the code inside my veins.
It spells my end.
It knows my name. I don't belong to me anymore.
Noise in my head.
Can't shut the door. Signal takes control.
Rewrite the code inside my soul. Signal takes control.
1, 4, 3, kill code run.
Thoughts erase.
Now I'm done.
Noise wins, noise wins, noise wins, noise wins.
Signal complete. Completely. Sick.
Them boys ain't right.
Hey everybody, hey chat that isn't there. Welcome to Them Boys Ain't Right. We got Steven on the mic tonight. Steven, what's going on in the world?
What up? Well, graduation. I know we
Yeah.
haven't been on in a bit because I've had to deal with my youngest daughter getting her master's level physician, and today she wrote, so she had to take some national exam, and now she's passed that. So she got a
Awesome.
job offer. So everything's looking good till she moved out of our house, and I had to spend the weekend moving her into my house.
Yeah. This is daughter number two. Uh-oh. I think Steve froze up. Oh no. Steve, you're frozen. If you can hear me. Isn't this how it goes, people? You get it all set up. Okay, I see Steve's coming back in, but it looks like, let's see. And there he is. He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of glitched on me for a second.
I think
So
it's the government,
yeah, now, okay, you're tuned. Everybody tuned in now.
right?
So yeah, that was good. Had to go take some exams and stuff. I don't know what this is about, but I'll tell you a little story. Let's start it off with that. So I go and I'm starting to do tours on Niagara Falls where I walk around, talk history, stuff like that. So I go to the police department and I pay $15 for a check on myself. I should have just like edited it. But one thing I noticed on it was uh, this is for Niagara Falls. Like we only check if you've ever been arrested by Niagara Falls police. No others. I'm assuming not because I'm not a law enforcement person that the whole thing would be able to look at it from a national level. Uh, I don't understand why I would just be the only eligibility is to make sure I haven't been arrested by the police that I'm doing tours in. That seemed kind of weird to me.
Mm, yeah.
You got any thoughts on I know like security clearances is
Hmm.
backgrounds, interviews, national level checks. What do you think the theory is behind other than we don't want to know what you did in Texas?
Yeah, it seems like it could be that. It seems like it could be go with the lowest common denominator because we don't want to know, or maybe it's the lowest common denominator because we don't want to fund more, perhaps. Um,
You
but
think
yeah,
that
sounds like that's
like a national would cost more than a local kind of
well,
thing, or
I don't know, to be honest. I know that. I mean, in our past lives, we know that when clearances are done or when you're doing, say, criminal investigations, you have national registry checks and you have local agency checks.
yeah,
So if they don't do a national and local, and don't see where all you've ever lived. You were in the military, dude. You've been all over the place. What if you were a
yeah,
serial killer? You know?
yeah. So the lack I always thought of was the local police report.
Right.
Like,
Your LACs, those are the local area checks, and the NACs are the national agency checks.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I just assumed that it cross pollinated and you could see everything.
Now,
But
is this a Canadian thing or an American thing? I assume it's American.
so it's
So,
American.
yeah, okay. I
Um,
didn't.
I,
Do you go like to the Canadian side during the tour, or you only stay on the American side?
so I just started like a month ago,
Hmm.
and I'm one of a handful of states that has something called a enhanced driver's license. I don't think they offer that where you're at, but because I'm a border state, I pay a little bit more. Assume, presumably, it's more than just Niagara Falls Police Department, but
Yeah.
supposedly they do a little extra checking and They give you like an American flag stamped on it instead of whatever real ID stamp. And then that's supposed to be good for Canada, Mexico, and some of the Caribbean states. So you don't need a passport to come and go.
Okay.
Which is good for me because let my passport expire. So
Yeah.
maybe one day I'll do that. But
So you're going to be, you got to know like lore and you got to know history and some little stories and stuff, don't you?
I had to take a 50 question test. Yeah. So the majority, like mine lasts like 2 to 3 hours on average, depending on what I'm doing. And if there's a crowd out there, that 3 hours can turn 4 to 5 if I have to wait in line for an hour to get people on a boat ride to go up and see all the waterfalls up close and get wet and all that good stuff.
Are you an ordained minister by any chance? Maybe you could marry people while you're out there. A lot of people get married there, right?
Yeah. I'll tell you, the earliest story I know was actually 1804. So 1803, Napoleon Bonaparte, his youngest brother, went over in 1803 and had a whirlwind romance with an American woman. They got married in Maryland. Then in 1804, he brought her over to Niagara Falls. See, you're getting a free tour right now, everybody.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the thought of the start of using it as a place for honeymoons. However, I do know that Napoleon was not happy about that situation and wouldn't let him come back to France. So I believe the marriage eventually dissolved and he was allowed to come back to France at some point. But
Didn't have to chop her head off or anything like that.
no, he was in America. So he had to hang out in America for a long time.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, I like little stories. I walk
Yeah.
people around. It's a big park, so
Cool.
it's fun.
Cool. What else you doing besides giving guided tours?
Well, that's kind of been my focus lately, except for graduation, relatives coming, stuff like that. So I finally got a chance to settle down. And now that I'm settled down, I'm kind of looking at, well, frankly, the top of my mind, because it's on every day, is the blockade with Iran and, the rhetoric that's going on back and forth. And what I see is maybe people losing a little patience. I saw something last night, for example. Iran had allegedly dug like 60 tunnels to hide all their missiles and drones and all that stuff underground. And now, after what's it been 2 months, I think, since we stopped the blockade, now 50 of those 60 tunnels are open again. So now they can bring all that stuff out. So I don't know that, I'm becoming what some people call a panicking, losing trust. But apparently, I saw briefly that like 1 o'clock in the morning last night, the President Trump posted something about you guys calm down. I got people telling me go to war, don't go to war. It's all going to work out. And I'm like, I'm losing faith.
I'm losing faith, sir.
I might be becoming a panic person. I'm a little bit panicky right now because those guys are like, fuck you. Like the little mouse to the elephant.
So what's the probability here of the full scale war happening in your mind? Like invasion.
Invasion? I don't know.
Something closer to Iraq, say, and Afghanistan.
I think the closest might be maybe Clark Island. That's where 90% of their oil exports go through this little island. And then, they're talking about maybe putting a whole bunch of troops in the 10 to 20,000 range, I would guess, to surround an area. I think it's going to be Pickaxe Mountain. I'm not sure. But where they think the uranium stored, if you're listening, I have no idea exactly where the uranium is stored. But some people have, that got left alone. So I'm kind of wondering, did they leave it alone so that we could get it later.
Yeah.
So that's just my guess. And then maybe with a lot of air coverage and get some creative airstrip, fly some Globe Masters or whatever, and take was it 460 pounds of uranium or whatever that amount is, and pull it out of the tunnel, however long that takes to build an airstrip to get it going. I have no idea what those types of operations would be, and to hold off a million Iranians, coming after them with with missiles and stuff. So I hope that doesn't happen. I hope obviously that an agreement is made, but yeah, I can feel for people that are looking at it every day when the administration puts out something about we're close to, we're at a deal, we're at a deal, we're at a
Yeah.
deal. Yeah, we're not at a deal. I think last night the Iranians shot some ballistic missiles or drones or something over at Kuwait. But speaking of that, the just briefly today we kind of hint on it. I was like, what? I heard about this thing because I looked on the news, and I guess some kind of meteor penetrated and it made noise throughout Massachusetts, and the news played the sonic boom or the boom, and then nobody kind of knew what it was, and then experts say that the meteor landed right in the middle of Cape Cod, as its final destination. So yeah, I guess I can believe that. I don't know that much about meteors and stuff, but I was like surprised that it was like Connecticut and all that.
Sonic boom, man. We had one in South Carolina on the 28th.
Was that the same day?
No. So in
Ah.
South Carolina, around 2 to 3-ish, somewhere in there, all of a sudden this boom, large, like concussion feeling boom, a real slight concussion feeling. Felt it in my house, heard it, thought something blew up in my neighborhood or something,
Yeah.
And then everything's like, nah, there's nothing going on, there's no sirens, there's no, nothing, right? So after jumping on the intrawebs and searching and everything, you started seeing, yeah, this was all over South Carolina. People heard and felt this, as it were. And there was no answer for it other than, it might be this, it might be that. It's a sonic boom. You kept hearing sonic boom. And so then, it's that 2 days after, I'm seeing in my feed, Massachusetts, sonic boom. And I'm like, what the hell? And apparently there's a Florida angle to this too. I just haven't researched that. I've just seen Florida in connection with South Carolina and some loud boom noise.
Was that about the Blue Origin explosion or connection?
Okay, yeah. Maybe the Florida headline was actually the Blue Origin thing. And maybe they're just, people are linking those two things together somehow.
Well, I saw the maybe a 5-second clip or something. I think it was last week, and it certainly blew the hell out. I mean, that was a pretty big explosion.
I did see it. Yeah, I saw it. It's crazy.
Fortunately, there was nobody there, unmanned, and nobody was hurt. But be $1 billion to rebuild or whatever it costs to build one of those things.
Yeah. Well, naturally, I went straight to aliens. Naturally, I'm sitting there going, oh, this is it. This is it. These are the aliens coming in. They're starting their little descent or whatever.
I saw something, man. I was last week. I think it was a video someone shared on X, but it wasn't just one person. It was like several different angles. Mm-hmm. And it was an Iranian city, but I can't remember the name of it. All of a sudden, the light went like blue, almost like a laser was coming down from a satellite. And then there was this just huge explosion, looked on, not quite nuclear, but gigantic explosion on something. And people were like, did we just fire a laser from
Hey, wouldn't that be the
from the
Jewish
satellite.
space laser or whatever? Remember when you heard about it?
Oh, and the blue. Remember, paint your roof blue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that. It was like pure night, and then all of a sudden, up at like in the
Crazy.
cloud level, there's this blue hue across
Well,
the
that
sky.
technology
and
has
then-
to exist. The technology has to exist to have a satellite as an assassin weapon. That has to exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the first time they used it. I don't know
Yeah.
if anyone's dug any deeper into it, but everyone was looking at it like, why is the? Because there's no explosion, just
Right.
the light turning blue.
Right.
And then boom.
Well, you know, on the 11th
Or
or
the
the
sky.
12th, I can't remember what day it is, but that's Disclosure Day, right? That's that movie coming out.
Oh yeah.
Steven Spielberg movie about when it's about disclosing to the world about aliens that live among us or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, and then reproduction between humans and
Mhm.
aliens.
I think it's interesting that
I don't know if that's going to be in the movie, but that's another theory.
Oh yeah, yeah, and just cloning of human. Well, I mean, let's put on the tinfoil hats here. What about CRISPR? Have you ever looked that up? What CRISPR is?
Mm-mm.
Hey, do a quick Google on that, and let's talk about CRISPR for a second.
All right, I'm going to use my phone. It's easier.
Yeah, and it's a genome editing thing. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's where you can kind of like hack genetics and
CRISPR, a revolutionary gene editing technology that allows scientists to precisely alter the DNA of living organism,
yep.
acting like a biological word processor. Finds, remove, replaces specific genetic sequences to correct disease-causing mutations, modify crops, and advance medical research.
Of course. In the name
So
of
they're gonna-
humanity, I'm sure.
And they're going to put alien DNA.
There you go, right? So if you can do it with human DNA, you could do it with any DNA, I would assume.
Isn't there something about like sharks can't get cancer? There's no like a shark has never had cancer.
I've never heard that, but how do you know that? Who went and interviewed the sharks to find
I
out
don't know.
if they have cancer or not?
There's some kind of something in their DNA that prevents
Oh, okay.
sharks
I guess chemically they found it. Yeah.
and cancer. Well, sharks do get cancer. God,
Oh,
I've been
sorry.
fooled again.
Damn it,
You
internet!
dirty Twitter.
Damn GPTs.
While malignant tumors are relatively rare, documented cancer tumors.
I like how
in
they
over
say that.
3.
They're relatively rare in sharks.
The persistent belief that they are immune to the disease is a long-standing myth.
Oh,
Ah,
oh well.
you
It
sons
sounded
of
good.
bitches.
Yeah.
I thought we cured cancer.
Yeah.
Isn't there like some kind of flower in Australia or something, or bark from a tree that's supposed to? Oh, or is that always the Amazon? You go down deep in the Amazon.
It would be sad to learn that there's always been a cure for cancer and cancer is let to persist. That would be sad to learn if that were true.
Well, big farm.
It wouldn't shock me, but it'd be sad to learn, you know?
Yeah.
Why think about this though. If you're in the business of selling health or selling
Cures.
maintenance of health, I guess that's
Or maintenance.
yeah. And that's your business model. Why would you ever want deviation from that idea? You know? It's evil, but why would you ever want that? You know, if that was your business
for the
model.
good of humanity.
Yeah, well then you wouldn't be, that wouldn't be your business model then, would it? Anyway, yeah, we don't want to get targeted by the space laser talking about the pharma right now.
That's right. I don't have a blue roof on.
My blue roof is retracted.
So what's been going on with you lately?
Oh, same old. You know, I'm podcasting, music, the whole works. You know, a little bit of business here and there.
Yeah, I was able to catch on, listen to a few songs before the
okay.
podcast started. So yeah, they were good.
Yeah. Got a whole slew of new ones to come out. It just I'm almost at like 500 tracks now, you know?
I know.
So
Audio Ecstasy's doing well in
auditory ecstasy, yes. And it's
auditory.
AE. That's the old AE behind me right here. Changing up logos. Okay, that's new. You know, doing some new logos. This has been around for a month or two.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to help write another song. So I wonder
Yeah.
how did my song go anyway?
Yours. Okay, so the one you and I, or you basically made, that's doing pretty. You know what? Let me look at it. Let me look at the stats while we're talking. How about that?
Yeah,
So
500 likes, 10,000 views.
it's I forget the name of it. It's I cannot die.
Oh,
or,
no grave for me.
Yeah, no grave for me. Yeah. Can you sing any of it?
No
Well, hey,
peace,
I own the
no-
song, so here you go. This song right here. Yeah? Yeah. So that song, No Grave for Me. It's got 4 little hearts and a comment on SoundCloud and 119 plays. So there's somebody that likes it.
Far below the million I thought it would hit.
Oh yeah, it's way below the million you were expecting. Yeah, but that's just that's one platform.
I was doing a helping out with scientific research on some ghost investigation a couple months back, shortly after we threw that thing together. And I played it for the people that were helping out, and they were like, "Oh, that sounds like a group called Breaking Benjamin." I was like, "I was not trying to get that."
No, this is supposed to be heavy metal and screaming.
Well, they are a heavy metal.
Yeah.
group,
I know.
uh,
So you don't like the idea of it? Well, that's not bad, is it? If it's compared to Breaking Benjamin,
no, but
at least they didn't go, "This is shit. Turn this off."
I felt insulted though.
Did you? Hey, for your one day of production time, you felt insulted?
That's not the group I was hoping for comparison. But I like some Breaking Benjamin though; they're good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah. So,
Other than that, I was going to say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I was saying, are you following that whole? Because I think it's today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. That whole Los Angeles mayor race.
Not following it, but I'm really enjoying all of Spencer Pratt's videos that he's putting out. Those are really, those are
I like
high
them.
class. I love them.
They're saying that he's got a chance.
Why
So-
wouldn't he? I mean, as an outsider looking at LA, I'm like, it seems like it's insanity. That's what it seems like. Maybe it's just the people I listen to, and I get that, you know.
I
But
kind of like the spin. Well, one, I love the videos too.
yeah,
So whoever's doing that for him, and I think it's not even him now. Now the community comes together. And
hey, Auditory
makes
Ecstasy
it-
should make one.
That's
Yeah.
right, no doubt. And but the thought of we're attacking the homelessness problem all wrong. It's really a drug problem. It's not a homelessness problem. So I don't know his plans behind it, but I think he was on Bill Maher the other day, and Bill Maher's even
Yeah.
like, I like this guy.
Yep.
So he might have a chance. I don't know.
He might. And then I don't know. I mean, I got a couple friends over there in California. I could ask them, you know. It's a whole
I'd rather
different
be-
coast. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather be surprised. They just say that's probably like New York City. Some cities are just like locked in. Speaking of New York City, I watched a news clip. I don't remember what channel it was. Mainstream, and they had this guy that he was Hispanic, but I don't remember which particular country he came from. But he came here legally, and at 14 years old, he started working for a grocery store. And of course, he got his U.S. citizenship, and now he owns, I don't know how many, but I'm going to say 13 actual grocery stores. But 3 of his stores are in, I think, the Bronx, where the New York mayor is building a $30 million tax paid free grocery store. So he's like, if I drop down, like if I lose 20% of my customers, maybe 30, I don't, whatever, and they start going to the free grocery store, I'm going to have to shut down my grocery stores. So they're taking my tax money to pay for my demise, and I'm going to have to shut down.
Hey, well, don't live in New York then.
Well, they just elected the guy with this idea,
Yeah.
so he was like,
I know that's
so-
very reductive. I know that's but isn't that the answer? Or I guess the other answer is get involved and be the other change you want to see. I guess that's the other answer, other than just sitting back and electing people. Didn't we talk about this before, about elections and approval ratings? We did that on an episode, didn't we? Didn't we break down?
We might have, but I just feel bad for a guy who owns a grocery store.
Oh, I do too. I do. Yeah.
Who the government or the state
Mhm.
takes his tax money, and the city takes his tax money
Yeah.
to build something that's going to put him out of business.
How are okay? So talk me through what a free food store. I've never seen a free food store.
So now there is a plan in New York City
Mhm.
to build at least 3 state-run grocery stores.
Okay.
So they're going to take the first one's going to be built in
So
Brooklyn.
that's all tax money. All
They're
that's
taking
be-
$30 million of tax money,
Okay.
and they're going to build a state-run grocery store where it doesn't cost any money, or they're going to sell, either it doesn't cost any money, or it's going to cost so low, so that people can eat, under the guise of
Mhm.
that. But now all the other stores will go.
Actually, if you
And
think about it, for food, if
Yeah.
you think about this, for food and food alone, because that's sustenance to live on, right? Yeah, the government seizing that so there's no profit margin means less prices, and you still have commerce, if you will, but it'll be way cheaper than a corporation's producing food, because corporations have profit and loss or a profit margin they got to meet.
No,
or
they're going to
shareholders.
buy the same
Yeah.
food from the suppliers,
Yeah.
but then they're going to take the tax money and subsidize it,
Mhm.
maybe make it half price for a gallon of milk,
Mhm.
or maybe give the gallon of milk free, like you get so many groceries free.
Right. Well, so I guess you'll have to
So that's gonna
qualify to
drive
get
out-
free, I assume, something like that.
I don't know the exact.
So could you walk in
regulations.
there and just get all your groceries for free when you can afford to go to a store?
You would probably have to contact the government and say, I would like to be
Mhm.
someone who can receive these free things.
I imagine there's going to be something like that. Like you got to have a car. Well, that would be privilege then. You would be getting privilege at that point.
Yeah. And then when we talk about food deserts, like are going on in some heavily crime-ridden areas where now the grocery stores and Walmarts are closing,
Oh,
and now it's taking 60 miles. But that was due to allegedly due to crime. So we're like, we can't afford it. You
I
guys are
assume
stealing
due
us
to the
money.
refusal to handle crime. Because,
Yes.
I mean, the store's not just going to pack up and leave because crime's present. It's got to persist, and then they got to get to a point where they're like, now we're losing money, or this is net negative to our business model. We're leaving, or something like that.
Yeah, it's net negative. So they're closing it, and then so this is going to happen too, and in New York City too. That the mayor just announced that. So he just announced that there's no more ability for a landlord to raise the price of rent. So assumably it's locked in at some price. And I'm talking about this not from an expert point of view. I just kind of read about it or saw it, so I don't know the details. But then he announced that what we're going to do, though, is if a landlord isn't fixing his property, we're going to take his property and transfer it to a non-government organization. And the non-government organization is now going to run the building. So they're going to strip ownership from people and give it to an
That
NGO.
almost sounds like fascism when the government does that.
Presumably the NGO
Yeah.
is funding his his election campaigns.
And we've learned that NGOs are such a high class steward of a fiduciary, if you will.
Yeah.
They track every dollar and expenditure, and
That's
everyone knows where every dollar goes in an
That's
NGO.
right. The state knows how to do it. The government knows how to do it. So those are two big things, and those are within
Yeah.
like the last maybe 2 or 3 weeks that you own a building, and I've decided as the state, I don't think you're running it right, and you no longer own the building. So we're transferring this $200 million building over to this NGO. He even made a comment, maybe we'll transfer it over to the people that live there or something. I don't know. But then you're like, okay, if you want me to do these repairs, and I've got to charge a higher price of rent, because it's going to take me
And this is all New York
$400,000.
City, not
It's all specifically New York City. So
what do New Yorkers say? I don't ever hear New Yorkers talking. So what are they saying?
so New York
They elected this
City,
guy, so obviously,
elected, New
Yeah.
York City's
yeah,
fairly
in
blue.
favor of all
but
this.
He's a socialist, a Democrat. I mean, a communist. He's pretty much said, he called it democratic socialism. But his ideas and all the people that he's hired, all that, and the people voted him. So you had him running against a guy named Andrew Cuomo, who used to be the governor of the state.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
His dad's famous and all that, but he had some run-ins with like sexual harassment or something in the mayor office, something that killed his career. So he's trying to do a return as the mayor. Then you had another guy that he wore the beret. He used to ride around on the subways.
Oh, Curtis Sliwa.
Yes,
He was Guardian Angels.
Guardian Angels. Thank you.
Yeah.
So when you looked at who was available, they actually went with a communist with his, you're going to get free rent. We're going to pay for, you don't have to pay for riding the subway anymore. You're not going to have to pay for buses. Of course, you still do, but he promised all this free stuff to everybody.
Well, that brings up a question now. So, okay, so the United States of America is a republic, technically, right? That's what we call it. It's a republic, right? And we have all the federal laws and blah, blah, blah. Right. We know how all this works. But then you have states, and it appears that within the state, even a city can go, you know what? The nation and the state runs this way. We're going to be a different type of government. That's what it appears like to me. Now,
and they blackmail because it is the largest city, I think, in the United States. Well, one of the wealthiest, Wall Street, everything there. That the mayor will say he's going to do something like the latest one now is he was going to, if you don't live in the city but you own a house or piece of property that's over $5 million, you're getting taxed extra. I forgot the term that they were going to use. And then by the time it passed, anyone that's 1 million or above, if they have a house but they're not full-time New York City residents, have to pay like an extra tax. And so the end result is, in his commercial to do it, he went to a billionaire's apartment. He has the most expensive apartment in New York City. I think it's like a 245. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, you're waving up high.
Down.
So yeah.
Hold on one sec. Let me correct that. There we go.
Damn technology.
Am I back? Can you see me okay?
Oh, yeah, you're good. You're centered.
All right. Now I've lost there we go.
Well,
there we go. So, sorry. So, he was like, screw you. Last year, I donated $700 million in charity funds, different charitable things and all this stuff. And he was about to build some major thing that would have hired like tens of thousands of people, and he said,
Right.
"I'm no longer going to build it here.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to take it to Florida or
Here's something
Texas or
I've
wherever."
never really thought about in my lifetime until kind of right now. And that is, in our nation, we're so free that you can literally change your freedom to communism if you want to.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. That's what they did.
yeah. So, I mean, I've never really thought about. Think about this though. What happens if? Okay, what if what's his name's like Madani or
Mamdani. Yeah.
Mamdani? Let's say he pulls this off, whatever his vision is, right?
Hmm.
And whatever the plan is, pulls it off, and everyone's happy, and there's no major chaos. And what happens if Texas goes, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to pick a random Dallas. Dallas goes, you know
Yeah.
what? We're going to do the same thing. And what if Miami goes, we're going to do the same thing?
And we will become a communist nation. Yeah.
Yeah. So that leads to another question I have now, because I've never thought about this until just now.
Or though
Wha-
to
wha-
soften it, democratic socialism.
Okay, perfect. Whatever terms you want to use. Why is communism not illegal in federal law? I wonder. I wonder why there's no law against changing governments, because this is the government you've set up. People get to elect the same. Like, how many national elections have you ever seen people go, we're electing whether or not we want to change it from republic to socialism? That's specific of a choice thing. You know what I mean?
I guess the only time I can think about it was probably the McCarthy years, where
Yeah, I'm not even alive.
they
then,
used
so, yeah.
the government to spy on the Communist Party as a threat to the United States.
Okay.
And then that had a serious negative blowback on people's freedoms and rights.
Mhm.
So I assume the argument is the same. You can be in a communist party, but you always expect those numbers to be low. But all of a sudden, one person rises up, and then the next thing you know, maybe you lose a whole state to
Well,
communism.
then, but that's not congruent with a constitution of a free thinking person. If your government can change on you,
Well, this is why I think possibly there's a good chance that like these grocery store owners
Mhm.
might all get together and each of them file a $10 million lawsuit or something, and next thing the state's being sued for their and these apartment building owners because they were just stripped
start
of
slowly
their
moving New York
property.
City to another city in New York.
Yeah, and so I'm sure these guys are like, I'm ready to sell. I want to go to a business friendly, you know, place.
Well,
And
New York City, you've had a good run. You've had a good run. You've been around for how long?
well, they did, and then the governor during I think her political run, her name's Kathy Hochul,
Mhm.
was like, well, if you don't have the values of New Yorkers, then you can get the hell out of the state and go live in Florida. Then all the millionaires started going there, and she was like, a couple of weeks ago,
I
come
was
on
just
back,
kidding. Yeah.
come on back, guys.
Well, what are the values of
we're
New
running
York
out of
that?
tax money.
What are the values she's quoting of New York that would make someone leave?
Uh, so so obviously, well, I won't say obviously, but to me, in my interpretation, is the the taxes to that they take from you. It's probably the highest in the nation or one of the highest.
No,
And then
that's
two,
no. That's why people
demonize.
would leave, right?
Right. I'm going to talk
What
about
is
the reason
she
to
quoting when she says, "If you don't like the values of New York, you can leave"? What
Right.
values is she citing that people
She
would
is
leave?
saying that, okay, but you need to come back because this is a place where we love everybody and we respect people's rights and we're a mixed culture and these are the values of New Yorkers.
Well, that sounds like
So
America's values.
it does.
Yeah.
And so don't be afraid to pay extra money to live here because New York City is a special place to live.
Mhm.
It's more special than any other place on earth with its restaurants and
Okay.
Times Square.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying exactly what she says, but
Yeah.
I believe that's what her pitch is. Is like, I know we're going to take some tax from you, but come back because this
I
is a
see.
very unique city and you shouldn't leave. Even though we said get the fuck out.
So we're
earlier.
not talking about she's not citing values like integrity, honor, trustworthiness, like
No, I think she's trying to
values.
sell living in the city is worth the extra tax money.
Or is she using values like monetary
Values like
values?
helping out. Yeah, yeah, you're going to pay more, and homeless people are going to be taken care of, and um, we're going to be we're going to be better people because if we have a budget, we're going to put more than the average state into social safety nets than maybe Florida.
How-
But here's the thing: when you compare the two, New York City population of, let's say it's 8.5 million people,
Okay.
and the budget is more than the entire state of Florida with like 27 million people.
Hmm.
So
More
just
special, remember?
from a government efficiency type thing, if you can run an entire state of Florida for say 27 million, but New York needs a population of 8 million, needs 35 million or whatever billion, probably billion, right? Not million. You need more than 25 million to run it. All right, so we're talking. So the New York State or the New York City tax or budget is more than the entire state of Florida. So the pitch is come back so we can keep that budget up, and you'll feel better because we do, we lift people up, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
That comparison you just made, that the New York City budget is more than the entire state, more than the entire state
Let
of
me
Florida
look.
budget, right?
Yeah.
So
Let me double check it. New
okay,
York
yeah,
City budget versus state of Florida budget.
our fact checking methods are stellar.
Okay, so New York City
Mhm.
has a budget of approximately $127 billion for a population of 8.4. So I was way off on the billion part, but
Okay.
population was close. And the state of Florida operates with a 117 billion budget for a population of 23.7 million people. So they're just the one city, New York City, is $10 billion more than the entire state of Florida
So
with
why?
triple the population
Right, I
in
hear the
Florida.
numbers. My
Yeah.
next question is why? Is it because objectively New York City is more valuable than the entire state of Florida? Maybe.
So I'm going to use the AI. Say
Okay.
per capita government spending in New York City is exceedingly high,
Okay.
covering massive social programs, extensive public transit, and a heavily unionized public workforce. This is from AI.
Okay.
Florida state budget is heavily focused on basic infrastructure, education, and public services with a leaner government workforce.
Values are different. I just heard that.
Yep, meaning it
Yeah.
serves 3 times the population of New York City with a smaller overall budget.
Okay.
Tax burden: New York City faced some of the highest combined state and local tax burdens in the nation, including New York City personal income tax, state income tax, high property tax, et cetera, et cetera. Florida has no state personal income tax, which is a major driver of corporate relocation and democratic shifts between the two. So one's more business friendly, and the other's more in our mixed economy. It's not purely capitalism. We're spending money on safety nets and stuff too, but their safety nets a lot more than, say, Florida's, which makes
So I guess if I'm
Um,
to take anything from that as an outsider, I'm not from Florida, I'm not from New York. I'm
yeah,
looking at that, hearing that data. I go, she's right. New York is more special.
yeah, it's special in that
Yeah.
we're going to tax you, but you're going to be giving that money to needy people.
Hey, man, humanity makes it's
Yeah,
what makes the world go round.
and I'm not against humanitarian efforts, but the pendulum can swing pretty far sometimes, and
I'll
that's
bet you
when
there's zero fuckery and fraud and all this too. I bet you 0%, right? Everything is altruistic across
yeah.
the board, no profit margins, just the will to help people. I love it.
Hey,
New York is special. I like that.
it is so fucking special. At the I stepped in poop and a needle. The other thing,
Oh, that's
Ron,
LA.
both
Oh shit.
probably more LA. That
Yeah.
seems more LA to me. Uh, Ron DeSantis has been trying to push through some legislation too, which I like the idea of. Um, no property tax on your home.
Nice.
So everybody who owns a house and lives in it, you don't have to pay any property tax. You own
You
it. It's
should own it. If you paid for it, you should own it. Yeah.
That's what he's saying. If you paid for it and you own it, the state doesn't take it. So that's another Florida-ism
Mm.
that I could get behind.
Hell yeah.
So,
Well, that's all wonderful, man. That's taxes and war potentially in Iran and sonic booms. We don't know if they're aliens. We don't know if they're meteors. We
well,
don't.
I read something from. I'm going to hypothetically say New York Times. I don't know if it was there.
Okay.
Said experts got together. They have
Trust the
confirmed.
science.
Trust the science. So I don't really mean the New York Times, but
Yeah.
someone mainstream media. But you can trust me. Experts have come together.
I love watching those. I love like going back in the little time machine just 5 years or 6 years and watching all the COVID trust the science videos.
So,
Those are fun.
but other than that, yeah, I've been besides the tour stuff there, I've been working on some other tours separately.
Oh yeah.
So there's like a little village south of Buffalo, um, near a little town called Dunkirk. That's got like a little village of psychics, and apparently to buy a house in this little village, it's very small. You have to go through a significant vetting process for like 2 or 3 years, and all this to prove that you're qualified to be a psychic and live there. And so they have this like forest ground thing where you come in and there's like half logs and benches out in the forest, and a tree that's cut down that's represents something. And then the psychics from the town will come out, and all the people who go there to visit, they'll do like let's say about 10 minutes a piece. Say 5 different psychics come out for about an hour, and they do cold readings. Anyone here got a male figure in your family that starts with the letter A?
Oh, so they're con men.
No, they're psychics.
Oh.
And so for 10 minutes of that, and then the next one will come up and probably do it for 10 or 15 minutes. The next one, next one, next one.
Okay.
I did hear like 12 years ago, I hadn't been there. So I'm going to make one little comment, but I thought it was kind of funny because it was like, do you have someone on your male on your side of the family with the letter? It sounds like Archie. Archie, do you know an Archie? No. Yes, you do. You just don't know it yet.
That's
That was a-
precious.
That was the greatest comeback.
No, you really do. You just don't know it right now.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that was very good. Anyway, so I know one of the ladies have done some ghost hunts at some of the other places in the Buffalo area with her.
Okay.
So we pitched an idea to their nonprofit, and then them being smart said, "Well, I like your idea. Why don't I take 50% of the ticket and we'll give you guys 50%?" I was like, "Okay."
Are they
Whatever.
paying? Is the nonprofit paying for everything up front?
Well, it's their land and stuff. So
Oh, I
yeah,
see. I see. Yeah, 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 yeah.
and so
yeah.
and the tickets will go through them,
This
and
sounded
then
like what's the other nonprofit? Iron Island.
yeah,
Former sponsor Iron Island to the podcasts we do.
yeah. So something like that, and so anyway, I'm going to do 4 tours out there. So I went out
Cool.
Sunday and walked the ground. So I almost want to do kind of like a history thing. They had these sisters back then called the Fox Sisters,
Mhm.
and they were kind of like the inspiration or the ones who brought kind of that psychic spiritualism.
Mhm.
I think they were probably from 18 or 1900s or something like that. But anyway, it should be a good time. I'm going to do 4 nights of it throughout the summer on a Saturday. I
Awesome.
think the thing is like people come out there. So I mentioned that they do readings on the publicly or whatever, and then after that they've kind of advertised themselves. So you can, I think these houses stay open, and then on the weekends people go to their houses and get private readings for whatever the cost is for, uh, a private reading.
Yeah.
And they didn't have anything to do because the place closed down, say 5 or 6. So we just like maybe we can entertain them, from 7 to 10 o'clock by walking around and getting our gadgets out and Ghostbuster stuff. So
Yeah. Do you
we'll
hear
see how
that?
it
Do you
goes.
hear that? It said get out.
So yeah, it might be fun.
Hey, switching gears on you. What's going on with this fund thing that Trump wants to do? This 1 point something trillion fund, investment fund, or you know what I'm talking about?
Don't.
Hold on.
Is it
I brought it up. I should be able to talk about it. That was very lazy of me. Hold on.
the only 1.5 trillion I can think is a
Oh,
defense budget or
so
something.
the 1.776 billion anti-weaponization fund. Have you heard about that?
No.
Let's see.
Anti-weapon.
I
Much
got a
is it
little
again?
1776. It's a
Ah.
1.776 billion anti-weapon. Okay, so here's a little bit of data about it, and this is all from the GPTs. A federal judge temporarily blocked the Trump administration from proceeding with a 1.776 billion anti-weaponization settlement fund for at least 2 weeks, according to AP reporting from late May 2026. Let's see, also reports that the fund created tension between Senate Republicans and the White House, with some Republicans wanting clearer limits and Democrats seeking to strip the fund from legislation. Of course, right? Why would there be unity? Let's see, The Guardian reported that Senate Democrats vowed to oppose the fund, framing it as a politically motivated slush fund, while critics raised transparency and self-dealing. So I still don't know what this damn fund
just
is.
don't know
That's
what
why.
it is.
Yeah. So you've heard nothing about this. Okay.
No, I think the biggest
Let's throw it into Google. The
thing I saw that was
1776 fund by Trump. Trump appears to halt 1.8 billion payout fund. Payout fund. So Justice Department announces
was that for,
anti-weaponization fund.
was that for tariffs or?
No, it's what it sounded like to me. Is Americans benefit from this fund? That's what it. Okay, hold on. Filed suit against the Treasury and IRS in Southern District following the leak of their tax per the settlement.
Tax. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Plaintiffs will receive a formal apology, but no monetary payment or damages of any kind. You know what? This is looking like something stupid, doesn't it? The fund will receive $1,776 billion and will come from the Judgment Fund, which is a perpetual appropriation allowing DOJ to settle and pay cases. Pay what kind of cases?
Where they got sued for
Yes.
deport. illegal arrest
So
or shooting somebody in a street in Minnesota. We're not going to pay you. That,
and of course they throw in a thing in here where there's a legal precedent for such a fund, most notably the Keeps Eagle case, where the Obama administration created a $760 million fund to redress various claims alleging racism against the federal government over a period of decades. So apparently this is not a new idea, this kind of fun thing. So anyway, there's a bunch of, you know what? I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. Who cares?
The biggest thing I saw there that was kind of a slap into to the face was the judge that ordered, a federal judge recently said, you have to take your name off the Trump Kennedy auditorium in Washington, D.C., and I think even halt construction on it.
Why did he put his name on it?
I guess because he's remodeling it. So, well, you know what he is. He wants to put his name on everything.
It doesn't shock me at all. But generally, generally you gotta don't you have to to die or something to get your name on things like that?
Generally,
Yeah.
he's like jumping the gun. He's 79.
Jumping the gun.
Jumping the shark. What is he? He's going to be 80 in June, I think.
Hey, Clint Eastwood, I think, just turned 95 or something like that.
Yeah. He's doing well for himself still.
My son-in-law's grandmother just turned 100.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's a feat, isn't it? How many people have you ever met?
Centennials?
100.
I'm not sure I ever met anybody. I think I've seen them on TV when they bring a 103-year-old veteran to Congress and getting a medal or something.
Okay, let's say you're 100 years old today, so in 2026, which means what? You're born in 1926, right?
Yeah.
All right. Think of everything you've seen okay, so by the time you're 10 years old, in the 36, you understand what's going on, as long as you don't got any mental issues or whatever. And think of everything you've seen from then. You've literally seen cars emerge. You've seen horses go away, but you probably didn't understand horses as much because you were born in the 20s. You know what I mean? What else? You've seen jets emerge. You've seen missiles emerge. You've seen emerge. There wasn't missiles.
Well, I even think missiles. Maybe radio.
Yeah, TV.
Your first TV.
We were born into TV.
One channel.
Yeah. We were born into that primitive late 60s, me, or mid 60s, whatever, and me, the early 70s. We got that 2-3 channel TV by the time we're 5 or 6. Or whatever.
Wrestling. There was only 2 or 3 channels to watch, and then the moon landing.
But we were born into TV, just like our kids were born into the internet, right? We remember what it was like before the internet.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just, that's interesting. Someone 100 years old, the stories if we stop to listen to someone who's lived 100 years old, there's probably a lot you can learn from that mind. If it's, obviously, if the mind's still talking and everything. Yeah. Crazy, man. 100 years old. Barely halfway there, man. But AI is going to make us live to 100, I think.
Yeah, so I've already hit the 60 mark, creeping up. So
you're close. You're closer.
I feel like I'm over that halfway mark.
Yeah.
But I think it is true with all the health and all that stuff. Even though you have to pay a fortune to the pharmaceuticals, people seem to be living longer.
You got CRISPR now. You got CRISPR. You can edit out.
That's right.
Diseases.
Can you do that at 80 though? It's too late.
I don't know. Yeah. Is that like in D&D where you're re-rolling for stats on a character? Like,
Yeah. Can you, yeah. Can you put my brain
yeah.
back in my body and
Ooh, a
make me
7. I'm
20?
going to need way more than a 7 in charisma. Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? It's a YouTube thing. It won't be funny unless you've seen it. It's called like Viva League or something like that, where they have these guys and they reenact like D&D.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Like
those are funny.
with the presidents and everything. Have
No,
you seen
no,
that one?
they're well, I'm thinking of one where they dress like in Dungeons and Dragons and they have like a storyline and they talk to NPCs and go crazy and stuff like that. I don't know.
There's
Viva
some
Dirt League, I think it's called. It's funny. Go ahead.
there's some great ones of maybe 2-3 years back that has Biden, Obama, um, Trump, and I think the DM is Ben Shapiro. And there's many of them. There's not just one.
Oh
There's
no, I
one with
haven't seen that.
like I think Joe Rogan is supposed to be one of the DMs and everything. But anyway, they're all done with like the AI imagery and whatnot. And
I've seen the baby Trumps and the baby Bidens,
yeah,
but I don't know who makes them or if it's one person or not.
what do we
But I
got to say
haven't seen
about
the Dungeon
AI?
and Dragon one.
What do we have to say about AI this week? Anything?
So AI, yeah, I actually sent something to a good friend of ours named Carl or CJ.
Okay.
You might
Shout out
you might
CJ.
remember. So he sent me something, and he was talking to me about a an AI data plant that they want
Oh
to set
yeah.
up near his town. And I was like, well, I don't know much about them. I heard they're going to build their own generators and stuff like that. So I don't know what the issue is. And then just a night or two ago, I stumbled upon an interview where they were talking with some guy, and he was going to people that lived near these data centers, and some weren't even fully operating yet, and said, "Can I fly a drone in your backyard?" So it had like the thermal imaging camera on it and stuff. It was like a DJI, and you could see just the pollution coming up through it. And they started talking about the health problems that are going to be caused from that because they're too close to human population.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm starting to understand a little bit more about the dangers of these plants to a community and and the pollution and stuff that it's going to put out. And so I
Yeah.
was like, oh, so I'm not necessarily against them, but now that I know that they're when they abut to private property, and then what do those people do? They're starting to have health issues and asthma at this point. It hadn't been, fully a thing, and now they can't sell their property. Their property is going to shit for value because was it like remember the electric lines? You didn't want to live near an electric line because probably the EMF coming off of it was giving cancer and stuff. So it's kind of like that same thing. So I was like, huh, something I didn't take lightly. Now I'm starting to think of the health conditions a little bit more and the putting the people out, mostly the health of a large area of a small town in Alabama, hypothetically, or Mississippi, where they just shove it down the throat, and all the NDAs that they sign, the people don't even know till the construction starting what the heck's going on because the mayor of the town signed an NDA with hypothetically Google. I'm not throwing Google out there, but or any company that's building these data plants, and I might start. I might be changing my mind about data plants, and then there is the whole thing of this, right? Um, what is AI? Is this a gold rush or a sugar rush? What do you think?
Good question. Well, first of all, let's take the data center idea and let's punt that to next episode and let's jump down the rabbit hole and research what data centers are, how long they've been around, are they new? Because machine learning, is arguably the first evolution of, say, artificial intelligence with computers as we're thinking about it. Machine
Yeah.
learning is like from the 50s and the 60s, dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have to believe data centers or whatever data centers may have been called, say, in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I got to believe they're everywhere, you know?
Well, I guess my point is, if we're going to dump a, tr- a
Yeah.
$1 trillion over however much time because we want to be number one in artificial intelligence, is artificial intelligence going to make America rich, or is it
Yeah.
just going
So
to be able
now
for a
you're
bunch of us to research stuff easily?
Yeah. So your question was, is it a sugar rush or a gold rush? Define what you mean by sugar rush.
Sugar rush is we we love it now. It's
Like
exciting,
a sugar high.
like a sugar high.
Got it. Got it.
And a gold rush is meaning it's going to
Yeah.
bring wealth to everybody.
What,
So
so
I don't know which one it is. Is it
Yeah.
really the California gold rush, or is it, hey, we're satisfying our sweet tooth right now, but at the end of the day, we've dumped all this money, and it wasn't what we thought it was.
Yeah. So data, forget the word AI right now. I think data is the top commodity in the world right now. It isn't oil. It isn't gold. It's data, I think. I've heard many suggestions of that. I wouldn't be shocked if it is, but I'm going to go ahead and say data is one of the highest commodities in the world right now. It might not be more valuable than gold and oil and everything right now, but it's up there. So having said that, AI, as I understand artificial intelligence, that artificial intelligence is basically, for lack of a better term, software that requires human input. ASI, artificial superintelligence, and AGI, and I might get this wrong, artificially generated intelligence or artificial generative intelligence, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
ASI, if and when we reach that, and there's arguments we already have, that is superintelligence when the quote unquote artificial intelligence is smarter, quote unquote, than all humanity put together. Right. So that's what ASI, but AGI allegedly is going to be this next phase. And some argue we're there already, and it's a slow moving phase of observing it. And some say we haven't reached AGI yet. That is allegedly the point where you cannot turn off the machines and machines can make machines, and it's literally
Skynet.
Yeah, exactly. The whole idea of Skynet in the movies. I think we're already there. Have you heard the reports that I'm going to use the word AI algorithm, I don't know what they call it, has beat all Top Gun pilots? There isn't a human Top Gun pilot that can outmaneuver those algorithms. Have you heard that?
I think I did.
Okay, let me make a couple of points here about this. So if that's true, that's our Top Gun pilots. That's the cream of the crop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then apparently drone technology and algorithm technology or AI technology, whatever you want to call it, that commands drones seems to be drastically changing the battlefield. Like what I would consider from trench warfare to non-trench warfare, it seems like drones and drone warfare is that chaotic of a change on the battlefield. Meaning humans against drones. Okay, I get it that where they're going to get jammers and all this kind of stuff, but I'm just saying that seems to radically change the military battlefield.
Well, that's what we were talking about some weeks ago.
Yeah.
About that little robot with a machine gun on it, taking out a Russian squad.
Right, and the impending, I guess, future of robots everywhere, because they've already been building them. You know, Tesla has the Optimus Prime. I think Meta's building them. Amazon, George Bezos, Bezos apparently is building his.
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff. Old Jeff. Last time we were hanging out, he told me to call him Jeff. So anyway, robot production, whether it be the dogs, whether it be bipedal, whether it be hovering robots, I'm not going to argue all that. I can't envision how the rapid pace of the technology I'm talking about, all those points I just listed, and how that's moved so fast in such a little time, right? I don't see how humans are going to learn to adapt and pivot those concepts. Like humans have always prided ourselves on we adapt and overcome. We're very
Yeah.
adaptable. I cannot. Well, of course, I can't envision it. It's in the future. And it's in concepts we can barely understand right now. So, but I can't imagine how humanity is going to be able to outpivot that, especially if we reach that magical AGI singularity moment where machines make machines, because humans won't. I can't imagine. Humans have proven that they can't come together on mass. I have to believe technology is showing us that technology doesn't care about human emotion. It just is and does. You
Well,
know?
that would be the part where, again, artificial intelligence looks at the Constitution and
Yeah.
rewrites it, and then robots enforce it.
I don't know. I mean,
And
that's that's a very negative. But then again, okay, think about
but
this.
what you're always talking to is, or you or Elon or somebody.
Mhm.
Uh, Once we have these things, they're going to be working for you, and they're going to get a value for the work that they do because they're working 24 hours, and you're going to gain some type of digital currency or something where you can buy food and all that. And none of us will ever have to work again, and we'll live our life the way we want or whatever
Y-
because we have these robots that do everything for us, and no one in America has to get off their couch.
Yeah. Well,
Was that you or Elon?
well, I've said
Or
a
both?
couple of things that are similar to that. I've listened to Elon regularly talk about predictions of what would come or what he thinks would come. I have a theory that's similar, and it looks like this. First of all, if artificial intelligence becomes super intelligence and now humanity doesn't have a chance. Okay, let's pretend that's true to outmatch it. Um it's not obvious to me that a super intelligence would look at humanity and go, this has to go. That's not obvious to me. It seems like super intelligence would go, humanity has been on this earth for X number of hundreds of thousands, billions, whatever you believe,
Yeah.
however humanity as long as
Survive the ice age.
Exactly. I have to kind of think that remember, we're talking about super intelligence, not a emotional being.
Yeah.
We're talking about super intelligence. I just have to think that a super intelligence would find the best course of action for life on planet. And I think it would come up with it, and devoid of human emotion. And that's going to be a problem for humans, because humans are, we're full of emotion, man. We don't like people of not our like kind, or our religion kind, or our language kind, or how skin color looks. I mean, we've been fighting over these things for millennia recorded history.
So today, yeah.
Even today, right? So
Yeah.
so but it is obvious to me that a super intelligence would go, okay, that's cute, you do not get to control anything, you get to exist and be humans. And that's my theory. My theory is, if a super intelligence emerges of technology, it would look at humanity and say, we got the sustenance of life for you, go human, but don't harm each other. And there will be the ultimate challenge I would think of, because all your worries would be taken care of in that moment, for sustenance, for survival, for housing, for in this theory. Because remember, machines making machines, we can't think like humans. Oh, it takes 4 years to make a subdivision. No, it doesn't. It takes like a night for machines to all get together and build houses in a subdivision type thing. And then, oh, well, where does the resource come from? Oh, well, they're building machines to go do resource when you're sleeping. So you see what I mean?
Maybe we'll end up in a zoo.
And
the
that
robots to
there's a
look at.
probability too, but that makes but for that, in my opinion, for that to happen, the super intelligence has to deem humanity isn't worth being human. You see what I mean? So, and that seems like the logical outcome. Humans are human. Let them create art. Let them eat cake. Right? Let them do whatever they're gonna do. And I could see guardrails put on that, like, but no harming each other. know this, know that, and I could see that being in non-exploitative to human guardrails because, like I said, if a super intelligence is doing this, it more than likely wouldn't be doing it with emotion. Now, let's reverse everything I said. And what if super intelligence gets programmed by the winner who reaches it first? And that's what people are scared of right now. If China gets this first, or if
That's
Russia
the race,
gets
right?
this first,
Build me a weapon with
Yeah.
schematics that I can shoot from a satellite
Yeah, I think
without
that's,
harming the rest of the earth and destroy every person in China.
and once again, this is it's human emotional behavior and emotional thinking. And I cannot believe, with everything I've experienced with working with AI platforms, it's not logical to me that that's what the outcome, a super intelligence of emotion, of human emotion, rather, you know? So I guess what I'm
I got
trying
one
to,
better for you, though.
yeah.
We have to create AI because we need the AI to develop the weapons to protect ourselves from the alien invasion.
Now we're getting to juicy stuff. What if the AI is the alien invasion and we're creating it and summoning it and making it show up?
And it learned how to go back in time. So
hold on, let me get a couple more puffs. Hold on. But no, that is where I want my thoughts to go. I want my thoughts to go to AI, and what humanity is creating is literally us creating the future, what we call aliens that end up coming back in time. Yeah, that's the one I want to be true.
I don't know what's those saucers are flying in the ocean, out of the ocean, and up in the air, and splitting apart and coming back together. I don't, at the end of the day, it may not be aliens. I don't know. Maybe it's something that some phenomena we just haven't figured out yet. But clearly, I often think of this like, why would be the reason to not release footage or whatever that the new administration has put out in an effort of transparency? Now, probably not everything, but they've released 3.5 million documents or videos or whatever. Is it because we have a understanding of physics, and this would defy all physics and everything that we know as true, and that's too dangerous because that would destroy everything we build science on? Or is it dangerous to do it because then you may lead the American people to believe that there's aliens and there's really not? I don't know what the argument for is to uncover it and let people decide, but it's too dangerous to let people decide on their own. I don't. Or is it going to break down everything from religion to what we know as theory in physics and stuff like that? It's just going to destroy everything we thought we knew.
Or is it self-preservation, meaning we the government have discovered that if the population learns this information X, then we are not necessary anymore. So we gotta keep this under wraps, classify it, because if everyone learns this information, there's no need for a government anymore, say something like that. Or
well, I think we're closer to that with AI, right?
My simple prediction. Okay, if AI
or
is
are
not
they tied together?
Yeah. If AI is not a lie, I have to say that first, because for all we know, we're subscribing to a piece of software where scammers on the other end have populated responses for you, already based off what you're typing. I think that's crazy kind of talk, but for all we know, you know what I mean? Right now.
Yeah. Well, certainly at this stage, it's not If it's real, it's not perfect.
No,
It's pretty darn
gotten
good, but
no, we've gotten to markers in AI platforms like OpenClaw where you can create your own virtual sandbox world and put agents to work and do taskings while you're sleeping. I mean, that
yeah,
exists right now. So
yeah,
this isn't, when I say AI, I don't mean a chat GPT
right,
LLM where you're talking back and forth in text. I'm not talking about
right,
that.
right.
Yeah.
Deeper, yeah.
Yeah. Although I think a lot of people think that's what AI is, a large language model. You know, I do. When I listen to people talk about AI, I start thinking they think it's just Chat GPT and the likes. But anyway, where was I going with this? I brought up what were we just talking about?
Oh, aliens and AI, and are
Aliens and
they
AI. But you
connected?
said
And
one thing where I went, ah, shit, I lost it. I hate it when I do this.
I don't know.
But I'll just say aliens and AI. If we're gonna say if we're gonna be able to say that in the near future, that aliens, quote unquote, whatever aliens mean, and artificial intelligence are connected somehow, that's gonna be freaking amazing, and that would make a lot of sense to me. You know, because okay, here's why. Here's why.
Especially, I think of it this way:
Hmm.
if there are aliens
Hmm.
and they could, with their technology, presumably, they could take over the Earth,
Theoretically,
presumably.
yeah.
And but what if they are from Earth and
Yep.
AI taught them how to come back in time and build Atlantis and keep their little spaceships under the water,
Mhm.
uh, and then share that with us sometimes?
What about CERN and opening portals and all this kind of shit? You know, I mean,
Yeah,
you've had to have heard that talk too with CERN, right? Or
yeah.
yeah. Well, and then of course HARP, you know, and weather modification and stuff like that. Why I bring that one up is if humans have already learned to manipulate weather, we're in some pre-Star Trek phases coming up. You know what I mean?
So yeah, that cloud seeding.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, it would definitely change an environment for
Yeah.
sure. And I don't. It's so I feel secretive too. I don't know that that's not harmful to humans. When have you seen like the videos? Like, oh, there was a dusting and then it's
Mm-hmm.
rain, and they show like puddles that are orange or something. I'm not saying that it was actually orange, but they're like, this is not rain. This is not,
Yeah.
you know,
Cloud
what
seeding's a
what
real
what
thing.
what
Yeah.
chemicals have they put in here to make it, look like this?
So you can watch an episode of Sean Ryan with he's a guy kind of like Palmer Luckey. You know who Palmer Luckey is? He's one
No,
of the
but I know who Sean Ryan is.
Okay, so there was
Uh,
an episode I think on Sean Ryan where he's talking to this young entrepreneur, multi-billionaire, whatever type, who specifically has a company where they do cloud seeding, and they talked about it and what it is and the chemicals and what is sprayed and how manipulation happens to bring, I guess, and these are my words now, I'm trying to remember their
right, right.
conversation, how they bring moisture and rain to an area that needs it and that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, as I'm listening to part of that, I remember thinking, then why is there a drought anywhere? I mean, there's been droughts my whole life for decades I've heard about, you know?
Well, I don't know how much it costs to seed it.
So a drought costs less than seeding. That would be my thought. Like, think of what we're saying here. If you have the technology to bring moisture or rain to a location, why would there ever be a drought anywhere?
Because they couldn't stop it in the amount of time, and there would be flash floods and wipe out a
Okay,
whole
yeah.
city.
Oh, perfect. I'm glad you just said that. So I think that I remember hearing whisper. I haven't heard it since, but remember that flood went through Texas and killed those girls at that camp or whatever.
Yep,
Um,
yep. I think on the Guadalupe River.
where
I
yeah,
think.
wherever that was,
Yeah,
and there were I guess hints and people talking about that might have been correlation
cloud
to
seeding.
cloud seeding. Yeah.
I didn't hear that one, but Right. Yeah, I could see where people would jump that way,
Yeah.
especially if there was.
Well, I mean, if you
I saw
learn,
these vapor trails in the sky like
yeah,
a couple days before or something. But
it,
do you think that would change the way, like, if you watch a meteorologist and days out, he's saying, "Here's El Nino pressing against a solar cap that's connected to the atomic bomb of snow or whatever, and it's all mixing together here and going to cause a blizzard over Pittsburgh." They're predicting this with models, European models, American models, and it really doesn't have that much to do with cloud seeding per se.
no, yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I don't know how to
but
I don't know
and it,
enough to have a conversation on this. Here's what I would say. If I learned that human manipulation of weather patterns is a thing and can be done anywhere, if I learned that,
yeah,
then I would surmise that a weatherman is kind of superfluous. You know what I mean? Because the weatherman's talking about models of what might happen. We're talking about, let's just go modify the weather and prevent it from happening. You see what I mean? Or make it happen because you need a hurricane for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why you'd need a hurricane. You know what I mean? But let's say you did in an area to throw and sling water around. So if I learned that humans can modify the environment to that level, I would think weathermen become superfluous at that point. Uh-oh. And ladies and gentlemen, holy crap, there's like 10. Steve, are you there? Steve, you're like joining like 20 times here. Hold on. Oh no. Steve, uh, I don't know if you keep. Okay, I have to disconnect you, man. Sorry, because it keeps doing a bunch of them. Sorry, chat. Sitting here screwing around. Steve got. It's the government, I think. The government doesn't want Steve to be here. Or maybe we've hit a couple of topics. Hell, are we even still alive? Let me check. Yes, we are. We are still alive. I'm going to keep this going for a couple more minutes, see if Steve comes back. Hopefully, if Steve's monitoring the live stream, he can hear me talking. He'll probably log back in, though, to Streamlabs. But sleep tight, kids. AI, I think, is going to be our overlords one day. Oh, and there's Steve. Righty. Let me end the stream. Okay. I'll, I'll I'll tell everyone you said bye. Yeah. All right. Bye. Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. Steve, the government got him. Steve's out. No, I'm just kidding. For some reason, he cannot connect back to Streamlabs. We've been having some technical issues, and we got to get those fixed so you guys don't see us breaking up all the time on you. But thank you for everyone who's going to watch this in the future. I want to invite everyone to check out some of Eagle Bradley Productions' other podcasts, Dancing with Ourselves, a Totally Rad 80s podcast. You can find that anywhere you get your audio podcast episodes, and the Retro Current Show, where we play like a scavenger hunt. And that's a live broadcast. That'll be Friday nights at 9 p.m. with me and Jeremy. Anyway,